A Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show? Really? I've watched Donald Glover's new Amazon series, so here's the good and the bad all without spoilers. Hollywood cannot help itself from turning over every once popular movie or TV show for a reboot. So it would be absolutely fair to be skeptical of the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show. But Amazon did a very smart thing when it was redeveloping this property. They gave it to Donald Glover, and he, along with co-creator Francesca Sloan, have given us a thoroughly modern, really enjoyable update on this nearly 20-year-old movie, all while still being true to what worked about it in the first place. First and most importantly, they've brought the concept way down to earth. Donald Glover's John and Maya Erskine's Jane feel like real people who exist in a real place, mostly thanks to the authentic location shooting in New York. Glover and Sloane's writing takes its time, allowing us to get in deep with these characters. They don't come out guns a-blazing, hitting an action scene every 10 minutes. Instead, they're aiming for something much more thoughtful. And then when things do escalate, it feels shocking and earned. But despite all of that, Glover and Sloan haven't forgotten that it's the sparks between the two leads that made the idea of Mr. and Mrs. Smith so interesting in the first place. The chemistry between Brad and Angelina was easily the most memorable part of the movie. And this version has plenty of sparks. Glover and Erskine are such great performers that creating heat and chemistry between the two of them comes pretty easily. And then the show is populated with a generous helping of great supporting actors like Michaela Cole, John Turturro, Paul Dano, and Sarah Paulson. The only criticism I have for this show is that it still gives in to some spy genre cliches. Their shadowy corporate overlords, for example, are about as subtle as Charlie from Charlie's Angels. But it wouldn't be a spy show without some of those trappings, I guess. Bottom line, this show is just really good, and I highly recommend you add it to your watch list.